with Sundowns, once they pick up the form, then it's difficult to stop them.
Yeah.
They've got different gears. And like you said, Jaden, he has stabilized everything,
Yeah.
man. When I watch him, I'm like, this is a gem, man.
Yeah.
This is what Mkone has been missing in that
It's a
midfield.
Even Debza looks happier, ne?
Yeah.
You were not convinced that Saleng is the right fit for Sundowns.
I still don't think it's the right
Since
fit.
Umona has
Flop, okay, Mokotsi.
Sundowns play a certain type of football.
yeah.
They move the ball. They don't carry the ball. You don't see them driving with the ball, running with the ball. So that whole clinical thing, it's the biggest problem that Pirates have right now. As much as they share their goals all over, your 9 must score.
Ladies and gents, welcome to the State of Football, where the game meets opinion, memory, and insight. We're back with another bang, another special episode. Wait, what
No. I'm happy when I'm here.
Resident right back.
I don't even need to introduce you, boy. You nice?
Ke apply la residence in it.
So, when I'm gonna management reviewer application in your house.
Right center back guaranteed.
Right center back, right back. We're gonna return to Kopanya squad depth as we go along. And then we got Mpoza.
Hola.
How you doing, my boy?
I'm not confident.
Gents, I'm not. Vandaag, 0 in, Joe. Arabatu Bantu Sepaya. Biggest thing we need to talk about, 0 in title race. It's heating up. Business end of the season, literally. Nobile got the consolidation, what or not.
Yeah.
Revano.
We are about to enter the business end.
We're about to enter. Business end. Ne? So, Mamelodi Sundowns, Orlando Pirates, Rakava, that's where it's at. Ne? So before before we even go into the games, analyze performance and all of those types of things, Jaga, it's been so long since we've had a title race. Fila Zhuang, we bona Zhuang. Like, what are your thoughts?
No, of course, it's interesting. It's interesting that there are two teams now, that are fighting for the title. And also, it's quite interesting that the gap, it's like both teams are on the same level of with
Who's
points.
gonna blink?
With also with
Yeah.
yeah. So that's the interesting part. But like I said before, once the other one from Maraba start kicking.
Yeah.
Once the coach plays the right players,
Yeah.
I kid you not. Once Sundowns, the good thing about Sundowns is that when they're on the roll
Yeah.
and they're playing what we know who they are, then it's difficult to stop them.
Yeah.
But on the other hand is that you have Pirates also, I said, fantastic to watch. They win games. The only thing that they don't have is experience, which Sundowns has.
Yeah.
This is where the problem is. The
Know-how.
distinction is there.
Yeah.
It's not much, but there's that.
Yeah.
These ones are more experienced. They know how to win matches. The other one, they know how to win matches, but it's just one thing that they don't have. It's experience. But it's going to be interesting. With the remaining game. I think there's like 9 left,
Yeah.
so it's going to be quite interesting. But like I said before, as much as I would want to see another team winning the league, unfortunately,
You think
man.
That's where you think it's going, ne?
Yeah.
no.
I know.
Pitori.
Boys, anything to add on that?
By the way, weren't you guys
Buzz.
against each other in the title race? When you guys came second in the league, wasn't it them who won the league?
Pirates. Oh, no,
When
when
Platinum-
Chiefs
Platinum-
won.
when Platinum Stars was second.
That's platinum, yeah.
Okay.
You could have won the league with Platinum Stars. That's crazy.
I know that was gonna be like,
Opa.
what?
So we want to win a title race, boy.
Kancane.
All right.
My man. 9-10 games to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pirates is number 1. Sundowns game in hand, fair enough. We have the 1 point over them.
Mhm.
I'll take the point over game in hand.
Okay.
I understand you guys saying experience, Maraba start. It's fine, gents. Yona re kancane.
So you say like none.
Kancane.
Voza, anything contrary, my boy? When we say down sitlo, we say favor Pirates, Mara, you think
Yeah. As I've always said, once we hit March, Sundowns is going to reach different gears and it's going to show. I think it's starting to happen.
get clean. I think let's do Arkening, no, let's try a deep dive, right? Mamelodi Sundowns. I mean, in the league, since the last episode, they play Sekhukhune. I think 3-1. Reina Sushaile, Sekhukhune second half, ashaya.
That goal, yeah.
Yeah, it's a beautiful goal. Golden Arrows got the red card 2-1.
Mhm.
Downs win. Then there was the game against Orbit,
Mhm.
which was 3 days ago from the Champions League, but that's a different conversation. 2-0 Sundowns won, right?
Mhm.
Sundowns now, Tshepo Qeto e bua. Pirates are 1 point ahead. Sundowns have a game in hand.
Mm.
Before we get into the Champions League, it's like a Champions League.
Sure.
Are we league with the games that I just spoke about?
Yeah.
And then we'll get into the Champions League. Anjaga, bueno, ke yona ke 5 ya hao or aka?
I think Nova could get 5. No, like it's they're getting to a point where like ikopani team, man, you know. And I think the Sundowns thing, it just shows for me that I think sometimes as fans we lack patience.
Yeah.
Because like narash or man, haikopane this team haikopane. And I think now it shows or they were doing something, and now it's showing. Maybe the new signings as well have helped. Players like Jaden getting back to form. I mean, so yeah, so I think Sundowns for me right now they had to but rhythm, but reform, and even the 3 games that you mentioned. So for me, what I find very interesting now about Sundowns is the fact that they're no longer predictable. Like remember a few weeks ago we're saying Sundowns.
Same thing.
We know how they want to play.
They don't have answers.
But now they've even how they set up, even the different things they do. Like, for example, if you look at how Kuliso plays in different games, Ning Ning is like he's like a right center back, like we've discussed. Ning Ning Saleng is playing. I think they were playing Orbit. Saleng is playing. Kuliso is inverting a lot, creating a lot of space for Saleng on the right. Ning Ning, he just plays like a normal, straightforward right back. Like there's just a lot going on. They've got variation on the left as well. Mudiba sometimes inverts, sometimes he plays like a typical wing back. There's just a lot. There's a lot, and it's hard to stop because you don't know where they're gonna come from. And I think that's why it's becoming difficult for teams now to stop Sundowns. No one can now tell you just do this and then Ichaile Sundowns.
Yeah.
They're hitting you from all sorts of angles, and I think that's probably the main thing why they're starting to get the edge over a lot of teams again.
Yeah, and I think, you've mentioned this when the season started after a few games. Orindwana, you have a problem with Downs because wababona mauthi badlala bayikopanya mara when a team ebamagile and they didn't have answers.
They didn't have
Now
answers,
they're coming with the answers. And something that you said also was match.
Yeah.
Which is something you also referenced. Gents, so far the games that we mentioned, Sekhukhune, Orbit, Arrows, like did they ever look like even going forward, do they look like they're gonna drop points at this point?
Current states are Sundowns. They look really good.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, they look really good. But bulldozer teams by, especially when it comes to second half. First half, I keep up to a point. But trainer opponent, man.
Pressure cook.
But trainer, by trainer. And especially what I like about Sundowns, like looking at the stats worldwide, it's not their goalkeeper, it's not their 2 center backs that most of the time have the ball, but it's their midfielders, which is always a big threat because they're closer to final 30 half. So that's a very dangerous thing. Sundowns is wearing no, from what I've seen. Mara Sundowns ay buys. They can't take in kalun.
Ndana ngaromenze so. Ndana ulpaka ukene still Pirates ine.
Kancane.
I don't know, Papa.
I mean, Paul said it about Sundowns. No. We talk about Sundowns now. I mean, Paul said it as well. You know, with Sundowns, once they pick up the form, then it's difficult to stop them.
Yeah.
They've got different gears. I think the coach, he had issues. I think there were some internal issues, and there were some conflicts between management and whatever. These were like rumors. I think for me that is sorted now. They've sorted that out, and you can see the club now they played, and you also see the coach is starting to play the right players where they should be playing. You know what I mean? The right positions, and like you said, Jaden, he has stabilized everything, man. When I watch him, I'm like, wow, this is a gem, man.
Yeah.
This is what Mkwana has been missing in that
It's a happy
midfield.
boy.
Even Debza looks happier, ne?
Yeah. Listen,
Yeah.
I like
Yeah.
Jaden is just, Jordan, and no one sees this, I watched this boy, I watched him on Friday, I was at the stadium,
Yeah.
and I saw a different player. I could see why Sundowns is where they are today. It's because now they're stable in the middle field. It's been fantastic there, but it just needed someone. I rate the other guy, the small one.
Siwelelele.
I rate him very well,
Ferrocci.
but I don't think he has the muscle to bully around. But it's good with the ball. It's good going forward. But it doesn't have what Jaden have, especially when we have to defend and also to collect the ball.
Yeah. But you see, and the thing is, and I think it's linked to the fact that it's very clear, even though we're not in the dressing room, we don't know what's happening.
Yeah.
But it's very clear that they have a happy dressing room.
No,
Because the players don't sulk. If Allende is dropped, but when Allende comes on,
he won 2 matches for them.
you can see his attitude. He's not sulking. Ne?
Yeah, sure.
And what that does, it means because they've got all these players with different profiles. Officer Jaden Litebs.
Yeah.
60th minute, just as you think you are finding answers, Faga Allende, who brings a completely different dimension. He slows the game down. He holds the ball. He controls the game. So it's very difficult to stop them.
So you have a face.
Except you have a...
It seems as if you
Yo,
are
batho ba Sundowns,
disagreeing.
oh, man, mara ba Stade Malien.
Uthi na ke depth.
Listen, I think while you are Sundowns, you must have depth. With a lot of competition,
Yeah.
you shouldn't complain about anything. Every player, if a player is not playing, they are itching to play.
Yeah.
And if they give them that chance, then they have to perform or a coach. Ngasamfaku pa.
Dlala means.
Sekudlala mina, man. So it's the same thing with Jaden. I'm not gonna say Jaden has not been on form or he's still this Jaden we are seeing now is the Jaden we saw go Stellenbosch.
Yeah. But for a long time, we didn't see him at
Yeah,
Sundowns.
but he was afforded a chance to play now. So
Yeah.
when we still it's all fail Angsapu.
No, but the point I'm making is when the players, when they come in ready.
It's your job.
Yeah.
If you sulk, then you won't play.
Yeah.
If you sulk, performance you tlo kgatellwa ke emotions.
And what about the back? What about the back four guys? You guys, especially as defenders. Okay, Khuliso and Obru we speak about so much. I don't think
Okay,
the centre back pairing, Ndamani and Grant.
Now we need to speak about Modiba. Go left.
Okay.
You know, I've liked him so much. I've always liked the guy. And then there was a point when I thought he has forgotten his responsibility. What do I mean?
His primary role as a
his
defender.
Let me put it that way. His primary role is to defend, and then the rest comes after. And sometimes you find there's a goal they conceded, and then it was on the right. They square the ball, and then he was not in his position.
Yeah.
Then I realized that he needs to start with the basic things. First, defend. I watch him on Friday. Oh wow,
Solid defense.
solid at the back.
Yeah.
He was solid. I think someone said to him, "Listen, you're not a right winger. First, do the defending part, and then you'll do the rest after." On Friday, I saw a different Modiba
yeah.
because Aubrey started realizing that I need to defend. I play for a national team.
Yeah.
I'm going to mark wingers that are quick, that are fast. First thing that I need to do is to defend. And he was exceptional.
Yeah.
For me, he was the man of the match for that match. He played exceptional. He was great at the back. He did his job very well. And I was like, this is Aubrey, I know. And he must keep it that way so that when he goes forward, he knows that I've done my job.
Yeah.
You know, being a defender. Because when they don't concede, they're very dangerous. They are able to score one. So if they concede because one defender was not in his position, then it
Makes it difficult.
It creates that problem, you know, especially at the back. But like you said, the two centre backs are mine. The
Yeah,
one,
Ndaman, what is?
Ndaman.
Because he's look good. What is he? What is he head agents? What is he?
We must also say two Tears Galax, ne?
Yeah.
Thank you so much. You've produced one of the players. That boy played more games. Go.
Yeah.
He never played for the Kaizer Chiefs.
Yeah. Tears Galax. And it's not
Babu
the
team.
first. It's not the first.
No,
There's
team's
also-
got a formula. Man.
Yeah, no, with centre backs.
Yeah.
But it's good. It's good. I always said that, you know, when Sundowns is performing, Bafana will do well.
Then I know, man.
No,
Can
no.
you stop with that?
No, but
Can you stop with that?
But we
Well-
saw it happening. It's not like I'm talking for something that like come from nowhere.
Sure.
The reason why we did well, we have the previous, not the one that
Yeah,
we
but
just finished. It's because Sundowns was doing well.
If every South African
No, I love Pirates. I don't
eligible
have a
player
problem.
is doing well, then thank you. There's no such thing as thank you, Sundowns.
No, Pirates has contributed to Bafana. We can't
Yeah.
Yeah.
Re tlo fihla ko Bafana, Okay, let's do this. Ne? I know we're talking title race, right? But we're still on Sundowns. We're going to get to Paris just now, right? there's one game we didn't talk about. On Friday, they just played in the Champions League quarterfinal.
Yeah.
Convincing win.
Very convincing.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, Njaga, when I was Kinalo and I got downs.
And by the way, guys, because we actually read the comments, we engage a lot. I see there's a perception for me that I'm a Sundowns fan. I'm not. Like jokes aside, I'm actually not a Sundowns fan.
But you must come out of the closet, my
No,
boy.
honestly. But to be fair, I went back and I looked at myself. Like when we talk about Sundowns, I could see that. I look excited. But it's not because I'm a Sundowns fan. Honestly, I'm not. I mean, there's nothing to be ashamed of. If Sundowns is doing well, if I was a fan, I would say it. I make sure they're neutral. I support whichever. I don't believe in supporting a team. I change by the season. But I just admire what they do, just to get it out there. Yeah, just to get it. But you're talking about Gimia.
Okay, I'm talking about Gimia downs. And I mean, in my point, I think they probably go through.
Yeah.
Cardoso feature semi-final at Champions League, but that's a conversation in
Not
itself.
Cardoso.
Let's start maybe the victory against. Just start what?
Stade
Stade
Malien.
Malien.
Champions League and how you see their campaign going forward.
I thought for me it was a great performance. Like everything, the lineup. Again, I think it's now back-to-back weeks where Cardoso 9, 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Lineup, substitutions at the right time, everything just clicked. I think they won 3-0. Maybe an extra goal would not hurt, but they should be fine, right? That team did not look that strong, but at the same time, there's a team that finished top of a group that had teams like Esperance. So they're not that bad, and maybe we should just give Sundowns credit and say Sundowns made them look average, because Sundowns came, they had a plan, they were dominant from the beginning. But one thing I realized about Sundowns need to score early, eh?
Yeah,
When they score early,
it opens the game.
Things become easier for them. But yeah, just to run up on the game without getting into too much detail, I felt that there was a lot of balance. All the different areas of the pitch, there was a lot of balance. The midfield was exceptional. Nuno Santos, who we'll talk about later, I think he's. I think he's proving to also be the difference in terms of unlocking.
Yeah.
Sundowns always needed to unlock sometimes. You remember we had this conversation that they keep the ball, but sometimes you need that player who's got that extra something
a risk
to and he's got the pass. He may not have the dribbling like Ribeiro had, but he's got that pass that can undo things. So I thought that also made a difference. And overall, I like the strikers. The fact that Udila Leon, who scores, Ukena Reina as well.
Hauna break.
You know?
That's hard.
So I mean, 10 out of 10 for me for Sundowns.
That's hard.
They should be fine in the second league. Ne?
Yeah.
They should be fine.
And Sundowns are through to the semis.
Yeah.
No hustle, no flops. I think South African teams, especially Sundowns, because they've been campaigning for a while now. They've got the formula notes that the teams are.
Yeah.
There hasn't been a team from Kumadi that's bothered, or more especially with Western African teams.
Yeah.
Sure.
And then it went from Western African teams to North.
Yeah.
But now, with the years passing by,
Sure.
and we've become powerhouse, actually. Well, Sundowns as a team has become a noticeable team to Africa. Or other Sundowns, you will suffer.
Have a problem.
And they're fear. You can see the opponents there.
If you are not careful, you will
Pressure
suffer.
cook, my
You
boy.
will suffer. And it helps with the way Sundowns sets up and the style of play at Sundowns, where they stab you off the ball. How can lash? Because you need a split second so you lose concentration as opponent.
And you get tired, man. Defending game fell. Yo.
And besides,
speaking the ball, ne? What do
you mean? One always played like this.
No, man. Like honestly, like there were times where I'm watching and Ronan has literally stepped in as an extra center back, and like Damani is pushed up.
Yeah, but that's normal.
Really?
It's normal. Well, congregation, I'm a full back.
No, you did not play like this under Stuart Baxter. You did not play like this under Stuart Baxter. No.
No. Super Sport, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Under Pito.
Okay.
We had our own short spell. I mean,
So,
once
I
it
gotta
was
worry,
there,
never dala
we-
suku-suku go
Yeah.
passport.
Hey,
But,
hey.
but that's an advantage as well. It gives them an
Yeah,
edge
it's
as
an
well.
extra player.
It's an extra player.
If
Okay.
he's good with his feet, like he's good, then
Yeah.
if extra player, it allows fullback. It allows Aubrey to become
Mm-hmm.
another 10, another 8.
Yeah.
More now, he's outside the box. Why say Tabako?
Okay. Then last two questions from me from Sundowns. Ne? Jaden's presence, ne? And his form. How do you guys think it has helped Otebs? Because I don't know why, but he looks better now. And the last thing is Saling, based on what you've seen, him fitting into that Sundowns team. What do you guys think?
I think nigga when I lepa.
No.
In the Jaden.
no,
I mean,
no,
he
Jaden-
touched on it
No,
a
I
bit.
got Jaden. Yeah, that's
Yeah. Saling, yeah.
No. Let me first.
we know you
let me
love
start. Let me
Jaden.
start with Jaden. No,
Yeah.
I've watched this guy. I know yesterday. I mean, on Friday, I had an opportunity to sit and just watch him play, and then I could see his influence. Man, he goes, he collects. If Debs is marked, he's the one who goes and collects, and he's so calm.
He's
with the
available to
ball.
receive, yeah.
He's available. He knows where to go. And the balance is that midfield. I think sometimes at some point there was that leg. And also it's not that they were not that good. It's just that they just needed to dominate the midfield. Once they dominate the center of the field,
Yeah.
then they've dominated
That's
the
the game.
match.
Yeah, but to the
they've-
platform,
and
yeah.
they've always been like that.
Yeah.
And also I think also with the small one, I always call him the
Malien,
small one.
yeah.
No, I think there was a point when I was like, no, but he's playing too many games. He looks tired.
Yeah.
Because you know him at his best.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, he looks tired. And Mkwena as well, he has played so many games. So both of them, then you'll think, hey, now they're starting to be average. Not because they're not quality players. It's just that the body, they are tired. Having Jaden with so much energy and all of that, now it allows Mkwena as well, to be free and say, okay, no, I can just wait. He's
Collect.
going
Don't
to
collect.
collect. He's
Yeah.
going to make us play. I'm not
Yeah.
the one who must collect all the
I
time.
think even defensively, I think
Yeah.
Jaden helps more than
Then
Alende helps.
exactly.
Debs, ne?
Yeah, exactly. So when it comes to Usalem, for me, I strongly believe that he's going to contribute, go Sundowns, positively, and I think he has a position in that team, and he also has a different dimension with how Sundowns plays. There are games where they needed him, especially the one I think they played Sekhukhune, where they needed someone that can run behind the defenders.
Yes.
And he came on and he did that. And I think
Created
that
a goal.
a goal, he had an assist in that. And he could have had another assist, but sometimes he overdo things. But I mean, he's going to learn these things as time goes. But for me, I think he's got a potential to give Sundowns another dimension, especially playing behind a defend. And he must just do the basic things. And there are games where I'm like, no, you're overdoing this thing. I know the crowd is excited. They like these things, but sometimes basics, they will put you in the first 11 and you can even stay there, by doing basics.
Yeah.
But he does have a role to play at Sundowns, and especially the fact that they've got games, they've got league, they've got the
He'll get his
League.
chances.
Yeah.
So obviously there are games
There's a
where they were
lot.
like, okay, go and kill the game. And he's got that, especially running behind the defenders. When they're tired, he's got that. So he's someone that I think his signing is a positive one, and with the hope that he still believes that he can go back to the Bafana team. So therefore, he must perform. So it's a good signing. For me, it's a good signing.
What is
Tempo,
that?
because you were not convinced that Saling is the right fit for Sundowns.
I still don't think it's the right
since
fit.
Umona has
Flop, okay, Mokotsi.
Sundowns play a certain type of football.
yeah.
They move the ball. They don't carry the ball. You don't see them driving with the ball, running with the ball. They share the ball, 1-2s, that man runs, all those things. And Saling is not that type of player where he'll pass a 1-2 and pass a 1-2 and cross. He wants to take you on. Umkichimin, askichi.
Yeah.
So
He agrees with
Yeah.
me that since
Yeah,
he's
he's
someone that you can
different.
run to, therefore they can play
Yeah.
the ball behind the
So
defenders.
what I've seen, I've seen them try him in two roles, ne?
yeah.
Unalmo, I think Nabadlala, was it Obit? He played on the right. I guess.
Yeah.
He was very high and wide on the right. I don't know. Sometimes he looked like, but no, you're right. Because sometimes it's like he's not on the same wavelength. He's like, it's like he's moving at a higher pace
His
than
style of
everyone
play
else.
is different to how Sundowns play.
But they've also tried him like from the left, which is like
I saw that
maybe
He's
as
not
a
comfortable.
comfortable
Yeah, he wants
also.
to come from the right.
Okay, but you think it can work eventually?
Of course. I mean, the mere fact that he has an assist,
Yeah.
and then also that, especially when he comes on as a sub late,
Yeah.
and Sundowns are now, they've realized that, okay, we've been playing this way and it's difficult to break this
Let's
team.
change it a bit.
Now we're going to try and assist. We're going to play Saling's game.
Yeah.
We're not going to run with the ball. We're going to let him run with the ball, but we're going to support him in that. Therefore, so which means now Sundowns has decided, okay, we are now changing the game to support this guy. But at the end of everything is that we want to win the match.
Yeah.
Because Sundowns, they've got matured players. They know sometimes it's okay. This is how you play. Then where do we pass you? We're not going to pass you to feet. Sometimes we're going to pass you to the space. Run to the space and then make those crosses. You are right. It's going to take time for him to adapt to how he plays here as a person.
Yeah.
But also he needs to adapt to the Sundowns.
I think you'll adapt.
So that's one thing I'll say. Well, he must adapt and they must. I don't think Sundowns is going to change for Saling.
No, he must change.
He
for
needs
Sundowns.
to change for Sundowns. But
So the only thing I can give Saling now is just a time thing.
adaptation.
Let
Yeah.
him be with Sundowns.
Okay,
I mean,
that's fair. That's fair.
I think to close it, when you look at Munapule Saling in terms of Mamelodi Sundowns and his best strengths, when he was at Pirates is a transition team. That's the type of player that he is.
High octane,
High
always
octane,
fast, always.
yeah. Let's go. Downs. Ba should be like a low block every game. Ba should be like a low block or I break us down, break. But Pirates, because of how they play, okay, come.
Pirates they lala both ways. Those are Pirates they get transition.
Okay, now they're more complete now. They
Yeah, they are more complete.
Say the time Saling was in Pirates.
yeah.
But even now, dog, even this season,
we're getting into
but
Pirates now.
It's, it's fine. Re tla di kenela da, ne? Haina flop. I think one last thing before we close this Sundowns chapter off, ne? Lord Cardoso came out in the media and he was complaining about they're playing a Champions League game representing South Africa. And before the Champions League game, 3 days before the game, where with the leagues that he's used to, now we'll go Tunisia. And even in other leagues, if maybe you take a PSG, for example, ne? When they're playing Chelsea now, ne? PSG is not playing this weekend. They're going to play Chelsea again during the week. They gave them that time to go and face Chelsea. But then, in contrast, you look at England. Arsenal just played Everton now. So, different leagues, different strokes, depending on... There's a lot of factors. So, what do you guys think of what the coach is saying about the league supporting Sundowns so that they can do better in the Champions League?
I mean, we need to be honest about this. The coach is 100% correct. We can't deny that. Sometimes players, especially when you're playing these games where you're traveling and you're going that far, the league sometimes they try and say, okay, you know what, this game we can postpone it for whatever date. He's 100% right there. The unfortunate part about this situation currently is that there's not enough weekend off. There's not enough weekdays off because of there's a World Cup that is coming now. We had AFCON where the league was closed for a month. So, I mean, there are those circumstances
We have 3
where...
cup competitions.
You know what I mean? That's the unfortunate part. I'm not saying that is wrong. It's 100% right. I mean, there were points where Pirates wouldn't play if they're playing these games. You know what I mean? Because the league was trying to give them
Accommodate.
To accommodate and give even Sundowns at some point. There were days there were especially under other coaches. It's just that at this time it is unfortunate that there's not enough.
So for me as I see it, there's like different layers to this. Firstly, I don't like the European comparison. I think it does not. You can't.
Yeah.
I think the dynamics are completely
correctly
like
so.
taking a 2-hour train from London to go play in Paris.
Yeah.
Versus flying.
10
You guys have been
hours,
there.
10
Flying-
hours.
It's a different world.
Yes.
I don't think
No,
we
you're
can't
right.
compare. We can't
Sometimes
compare.
you via 1, 2, the next thing you know what I mean.
Yeah, so I don't
connect.
like the European comparison. But the point he made, which I thought was, he referenced all the other 7 teams that are in the Champions League quarterfinals, and he said all these teams are given enough time to
prepare.
So for me, as I see it, firstly, I think it's not I don't think it's a Sundowns. We must not look at it as a Sundowns issue. Because people love their own teams. Everything must be about, hey, na FIFA Sun, hey, Lona Pirates, what, ne? It must be more about a South African football issue. Because it could be Sundowns now,
And then
it could be Pirates, it could be whatever. Ne?
South African football issue is SAFA or PSL?
PSL.
The league.
Oh,
I think
the
the
league.
league should
Okay.
come out and find ways to try to accommodate any team. It's not a Sundowns thing. It's not a Pirates thing. Because the same thing happened. I think Pirates played Mazembe and they had a league game and they played like I remember it was also like 3 days in between or something like that before the group stage, right? So it's not a Chiefs, Pirates, Sundowns thing, but I do think that we must find a way to accommodate these teams.
I mean,
better, because we want them to do well.
No,
We've seen
for
the benefits. So
yeah, but as long as there are enough weekends, there are weekends where maybe Magdalene Netbank they can then play on that Friday before, or they play on the Sunday just after the Netcap car.
But for example, you could easily move the Orbit game a bit. As long as it does not affect Orbit negatively, you can. There's things you can do.
Yeah, I think they must find a way, man.
Yeah, man. But there's ways they can find ways.
Come in, my brother.
Sundowns represents Sundowns. Ke a le utlwa le bua hore it's a South African football thing. Fixtures, when they do fixtures, by the it's early.
Sure.
So we can also say Gamia OBT was a home game. Gamia Stade Malien was a home game for Sundowns.
And
they didn't have to play Orbit, then travel and go play.
Okay.
But it's happened.
Which is different logistically in terms of energy, the hours,
jet lag, all of that, yeah.
Home game.
Good point. Yeah.
And as I know this from playing football, you always want to play games than having to train.
Okay.
So it can be a whole different chat. And you as Sundowns, you know you're a powerhouse. You've always said B Team Sundowns is better than the whole league.
I don't know.
So
or B Team Sundowns is a contest, Anton.
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
So
they lost the other day.
Yeah, but if
So
if you're a
I think
Sundowns,
that argument
besides
you can't-
Pirates, BTM Sundowns is better than the whole league. Yeah.
so you see such things. If you know you are gonna compete for CAF, for Nedbank, for all these cup competitions, the league 5, 6, then when you do your planning, you get players that are capable enough. Lore, if 3, 4 players are not available, you won't see the difference. You were talking about Jaden, Limasil. What are you saying now? You're not saying, we miss Marcel.
But all we're saying is, for example,
don't think
it
that-
would not kill to play the Orbit game on Monday or Sunday instead of Tuesday. Because Orbit it's not that it's
Yeah, but
minor.
then
It's a
things like
minor
that.
thing.
That can be done. And where it can be, let's just do it. Why not?
I think also, here's the thing,
Yeah.
we're talking about Sundowns right now. It could be Pirates, it could be Chiefs,
not-
it
yeah.
could
Yeah, I'm
be
saying
anybody.
it-
Amazulu one
Yeah.
day when they're in the
If,
Champions League.
for instance, Sundowns was playing Orbit, if Orbit said no, I want to postpone it, then what must
No, it
happen?
should be a league decision.
The league
But
should
if it's
should
The
be
league
able
must
to-
decide.
Yeah,
Because
you think-
the league must go back to Orbit and say, Orbit, are you comfortable in? It shouldn't be.
As long as it does not prejudice Orbit in
Yeah.
So how do they do it in the 7 teams that
Yeah.
are in the quarterfinals? How do they manage that their league allows them to get a
Their
bit
league.
longer to prepare?
Their league.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
and our
our
league
league,
should be
why
able to
can't
do the same.
we want to be dominant in Africa?
we want
don't
to be
we?
dominant in Africa, but that's the only way our league grows. It's a fact. We want our league to grow.
Yeah.
And we don't want
Nkara-
Sundowns to be the only
Nkara-
team
Yeah.
that is respected in
just
Africa.
saying,
That-
yeah,
Broadly as a
Yes,
league.
Yeah.
But-
Even
but-
as Stellenbosch, whoever,
Yeah.
if you are in a predicament where you are having to play a CAF competition, even if you are playing home game, but playing like that, where your opponent is well rested, they're well prepared, they've analyzed you, they studied you, they know what you're about. It's a bit of an unfair advantage or a disadvantage
For sure.
to you if you have to worry about Orbit, because you need to analyze Orbit, you need to understand what you're going to do against Orbit. And then
Focus
you
on
have a
Orbit,
day.
win the Orbit game, and only then
You have a
start
day.
thinking. That time, Stade Malien has been thinking about you for 7 days.
You have a day to prepare.
They must
By the way, he knows. Marumo Gallant.
Yeah,
you
you
guys
had a
had
problem.
you guys had enough quality to survive relegation, but because you're
Yeah,
playing CAF,
listen. Yeah, listen.
what happened?
We are talking about. We just spoke about what you said about the B team of Sundowns.
Yeah.
At Marumo, it was literally 15 players that must do both jobs.
Fair
I think
point.
even if you say B teams or A team, but they still want
So you
coach.
see
Still
where
one
the
coach.
conversation comes
Yeah,
from.
one coach.
This is where it comes full circle, right?
Yeah.
Let's take Sundowns
Out,
out
let's
the
go,
picture.
let's
Let's
go.
say any team playing in CAF, when there's a situation like this, the league needs to make some type of provision.
Consideration,
Yeah.
yeah.
Listen, it at the time at Marumo of that CAF run, it wouldn't have made a difference because it was literally 15 players. They're gonna postpone the game.
Do you think if you had, do you think if you had do you think if you had a bigger squad you would have stopped that Mayele situation?
Actually, wait. That's fine. Wait.
Okay, let's close it.
Remove her on.
Let's close it. Yeah.
We have
these guys now.
We spoke about Sundowns enough. It was lengthy enough. Orlando Pirates.
Sure.
Orlando Pirates, but let's say Richards Bay, but let's say Polokwane City, but winning both games. And then, but let's say Siwelelele yesterday, actually, the game was. They drew 1-1.
Sure.
Yeah. Plus, ngaru na lidi opinion. Konganya jangu na lidi opinion. Here's the thing. 1-1 draw, Siwelelele. And the whole picture holistically, 1 point ahead of Sundowns. Sundowns 1 game in hand. Did Pirates blink first?
I wouldn't say they blinked first, Nja.
Ola.
Sanal games ngata. Sanal games ngata. Sanal games 9 games ngata. 27 points.
Yeah. But why did they drop points?
What happened?
It was the game. Why do you think they dropped? Why do you think they didn't get the win?
23 attempts, 1 goal. They're not clinical. Gos was man of the match. He made about five saves that were sure goals.
And he made some big mistakes that could have been goals.
Yeah.
And he saved himself.
So that whole clinical thing, it's the biggest problem that Pirates have right now. As much as they share their goals all over, your 9 must score.
I'm waiting.
And right now, your 9s are not scoring.
You just contradicted yourself. You said. Well, no. Okay. I specifically asked you guys. I say to you guys, because I know what majority of Pirates, not majority, but some Pirates fans are saying. They are saying our best goal scorer was Mabasa.
Yeah.
You let him go because apparently you want strikers who can press and do all these things and whatever, right? Is it not now catching up? Because now you're talking about chances being created, and it raises the question: would Mabasa not have converted at least one of those?
You're
chances?
saying they let go of their most clinical striker?
Yeah, I'm asking. I'm not. It's not. I'm just asking because I've heard a lot of fans say that.
Oh, sorry, you heard a lot of fans. You agree to the same thing.
Not really.
Yeah, the way Pirates play right now and the way the coach wants to play, Mabasa was never going to play.
Sure. No. Listen to what I'm saying. But then I remember I asked you guys. I said, do you think with Mbotoma and
Narcissus
and Mahopa, do you think that's enough to win the league, or do you think they needed a more natural goal scorer? And you said no, it's enough.
When I answered
no. Who said no?
When I answered
no, but you said it's enough.
No, I never said. I said no. I have to defend myself. Okay. I even emphasize the fact that he's a scorer. He will score goals for you. He might not do the things that you want him to do, like any other strikers. But guaranteed, one thing that he will do for you is to score goals. I like the fact now, suddenly, especially yesterday's game, you needed him, just him. You were guaranteed of 1 goal for him. With all the chances that they created, but you were guaranteed this one will score. He might not run, but he will be in the box and he will get that chance and he will score. I never said it was a good decision. I don't know the dynamics. How can you let your top goal scorer, you load him out or you sell him? I couldn't understand that part, but I knew that I always said I like Mahopa because he works hard.
Yeah.
But he still needs someone that can convert.
But what about sharing the goals around? Like Tsepo, you said they share the goals. Yeah.
I am saying to you, Pirates shares its goals around.
Yeah.
But you also need your 9 to score. And their 9s are not scoring. That's the biggest thing. They don't have the goals in them right now. That's the only thing. If it's a tight game, 0-0, 1-1, I know my 9 is going to get me 1. But the 9s are Pirates have been getting goals when the score is 2-0, they get the third one. If I think about it, I don't need the third one.
Yeah, that's why for me, I never judge strikers based just on the number of goals, because I also look at context. I look at when they score.
Sure.
Like, for example, people will say Haaland is as good as Thierry Henry because Haaland scores 36 goals. I'm like, no, but because he scores 4 against Norwich. When we play against Arsenal, what's what? No, I'm with you. I get. But I think the conclusion is maybe they do need a finisher.
maybe they need.
I
Maybe
think,
that Mabasa
honestly,
thing was a mistake.
honestly,
Maybe.
no,
In
no,
hindsight,
Yeah.
Wait, it's not even Mabasa, especially from yesterday. I think the
Yeah.
keeper was extremely good.
Okay.
Yeah, Goss played well.
Goss was good,
I
yeah.
think the keeper was extremely good. I think it was one of those days where you could even bring your Mabasa, but the keeper was just saving everything.
Yeah.
It was one of. But honestly speaking,
Final thing, ne?
Mhm.
What about the defense? Is it fair to say maybe if Mbogazi still around, that one goal they're now conceding here and there, like the goal they would not have conceded, for example? Or do you think the defense is still fine?
and it was a mistake from
No,
the
man.
defense.
I think
the
with-
pass that they cut, it was a mistake.
Yeah.
And it's not that the other team was like extremely dangerous.
Yeah.
They made a mistake and they were punished. The Mbogazi question, we can still argue that, but it's playing where he is because we were worried about him not playing.
Yeah.
I don't think we're more concerned about him being at Pirates. Our concern was if he stays at Pirates, at least he plays.
Yeah.
Goes to the US, he doesn't play, new culture, Bafana suffers. He's playing, he's one of their best players.
Yeah.
So we're okay with it. I don't think our argument or our worry was that if he leaves Parrot, there's gonna be, they won't have enough. We knew
But
they've
you-
got,
but
they've
you
got
see-
enough players.
But you
They've
see
got
the
enough
CBC
players.
and
I get what you're
CMA,
saying.
you see the CBC and CMA, do you see them as a title winning combination?
I think Pirates
There's
are,
holes.
I think Pirates
I
are
think-
good going forward.
I'll be
I'm not worried
honest.
about the defense because they can concede, but they will score. I think they are good to watch, especially going
Yeah,
forward.
no,
Yeah.
they.
No,
they
no,
are.
no, 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 no. They're super.
So-
When you watch
So I'll
them,
tell you this.
Mhm.
The same thing I said about Sundowns with the ball being mostly of the time it's what I get in midfielders I want. It's the opposite thing. China, Siema, CBC
Yeah.
are the ones that primarily have the ball, which for me doesn't make sense.
Mm.
Because primary job, I don't think they'll hit a 60-meter pass high five in a game to create a chance.
Yeah.
So why do they have most of the possession? Why do they have most touches? If I'm a Pirates coach, if I'm a Pirates supporter, I want the ball to be closer to opponents, half
Talente.
Makaula, Bo Talente going forward. But then you see progression here, ball Pirates. It's very, I'm not gonna say it's slow, but it's predictable right now. Because it goes from CBC to Siema, from Siema to China. China will hit a Hoto or what, a 60-meter pass, which is, what are the chances here, Bolo, that travels 60 meters, left for opponent, shift their course and cut that ball.
Yeah.
It's such details there for now, right now with Pirates. Mm,
Don't you think,
And-
you know what it looks like to me, ne? Even before we talk about defensively, on the ball, for me, just watching, ne, and I could be wrong, I don't have
Sure.
the stats, but every time I watch Pirates now, I feel like CMA is not as effective on the ball as he used to be. Remember, like, how many goals they scored from either a long ball from Bogazu from CM?
Oh, he used to play.
Because you know what's happening now, ne? You know what I've picked up?
Aro,
Like,
study,
do you know what they're doing now, ne? Because CBC is, firstly, he's not as comfortable as Mbogas because he's right-footed, playing on the left. And he's just not good. He's good on the ball, but he's not as good as Mbogas. I've realized a lot of teams now, they're closing Siema down
and then
and they're saying, let CBC have the ball. Right? So I think it's also making things a bit more... Whereas when there was Mbogazi and Siema, you can't stop both.
Yeah.
You must make a choice.
Yeah. Kwalagada, Babakenagada,
Yeah, sure.
So that's another thing I've picked up. So I don't know. I think the defense, I think losing Mbogazi for me, we might look back because the gap between these teams is so small. It's this small. Ne? We might look back and think Sundowns,
That was a mistake.
Sundowns won this league hanyane fela,
Because Mbogazwila married.
So,
because of both ends of the pitch, having Renas Leon and not having Mbogazi at the back. I could be wrong, but I'm starting to think we may look back and think, Irshaileda.
that left
Could be.
foot, right foot
Even
combination.
defensively, I mean, I don't think they're solid as they were when. If you look at the stats, I don't think they're conceding much, but I don't know. When I watch them now, I feel
They always give a chance.
And they don't concede,
Yes, sometimes you don't need a team to concede, ne? But even though they don't concede, sometimes you just feel a bit
Like a deja
uncomfortable.
vu.
Yeah, right.
I feel I'm feeling
Another
more-
chance.
Yeah, even when they keep clean sheets now,
Yeah.
I feel uncomfortable more than when
you had-
Bogazo was there. I felt more.
Safe, yeah.
Yeah, but anyway, we'll see.
Okay, all right, clean. I think in terms of Downs Pirates, ne? Still Downs.
Still
Downs
down for
edging
me.
it.
Yeah.
Who's number one right now?
Okay, never mind.
Okay.
Downs Pirates.
I mean, that the last
Ah.
episode of shoot we had, I've said once Sundowns picks up,
Yeah.
then I know.
And you
And
stick in
Sundowns has picked up.
Now that I watched Sundowns on Friday, because I wanted to conclude that. I went there to watch if they have hit the last gear. Then I saw what I know they've hit the last gear. So
Right.
So
it's
there's no
done.
stumbles from Sundowns from now on.
Maybe with Champions League, not in the league. Because I mean, unfortunately, there are teams that you can see they don't challenge Sundowns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think the last time I said Pirates.
Ah.
No, I said
No, I
Pirates.
like the fact
That's
that
what I said.
No, you guys
The
always
last-
say we would love another team to win.
No, I said Pirates is going to win the league because
You go on.
I said Sundowns. That's the last time. Ne? I said Sundowns in a flop ya hore. Hebasna plan, abana plan, and they can draw games easily. That's what I said, right? And right now, I still say Pirates, ne? But I'm worried. I'm not gonna lie, I'm worried. Just looking at how Sundowns has played the last 3 league games, it's looking very
Banakele
ominous.
stadium kancane kancane wemamini.
Okay, mamehela, mntwana.
Oh.
I mean, that's
emotion. Okay, sharp. It's fine. We're gonna wrap this up.
Yeah.
We 2 Pirates, 2 Downs.
Where are you? Where do you?
Still Pirates.
I'm still Pirates.
okay.
Still
Yeah,
Pirates.
yeah, yeah.
So
campaign
We're gonna keep
No, I
doing,
want to find out from you.
we're gonna keep doing this every week until
week,
until the league
every
actually
week.
ends. Yeah.
opinions might change, and it's okay.
It might change.
Might.
Yeah, and you're allowed to change it.
Yes,
Yeah.
you're allowed to change your mind based on evidence,
Yeah.
but you're also allowed to stick to your guns based on Nkan. Mara enough.
Can.
Okay, cool. Ariang move Bafana. Dala Lord Bruce.
Yeah.
Orkaile squad sa friendly tse di tlang tse. I don't know if they are, from your perspective, Poza, are there anything glaring from defense, midfield, up front? What do we need? It's preliminary, mostly the squad ceiling AFCON.
For me, it just feels like if I look at the whole thing at AFCON, I just feel like it's the same story. I feel like
Same problems.
Madala, it looks like in terms of team selection, it's like Madala has not learned a damn thing. like he's still stubborn as ever.
Yeah.
eh? And I'll just mention a few things. Right? Grant, for me, the glaring thing, Grant.
Right centre back position.
Yeah. Grant I think he deserves to be there. They dropped him to AFCON. There, at least it was like, okay, maybe because I think right now he's proven himself. OCM.
Yeah.
For me, one of them, if we're being fair,
Yeah.
one of them at least must be there. The other thing is, I see he insists on certain players. Is that the squad?
Yeah.
Oh, he's got a loyalty thing.
Mm.
eh? And clearly we can't move him away from that, right?
So who are you not
Eh,
happy with?
And not that I'm not happy with them as players. eh?
So
I think Grant and Siema, either both or one of them, right?
Mm-hmm.
For me, they both should be above CBC in the pecking order, honestly, or at least above the youngster, because he's not going to play again. We've had this conversation.
is Tylon in the squad?
Yes,
Talon's in the squad. Talon and
Just check.
Campbell are both in the
Yes,
squad.
he's in the squad.
Okay.
So for me, again, to insist, or you're taking, or at least if you're keeping CBC, then at least drop the youngster, then bring in Grant. He's in form, he's got experience, he's got
Okay.
everything sharp. The second one is Madala is clearly insisting Katabaya Kabi. Like
Why
wahana,
insist?
Madala.
Why?
Even though it went
Akazali.
it went horribly wrong against Cameroon.
Yeah.
Wahana Madala.
Yeah, but who's the other left back?
But I've been crying. Just
just
give
saying.
Gift Links a chance. Let's just see him.
Okay.
Gift Links. He's
Links.
doing well in Denmark. Because remember, the other thing is, you might say Kabini is better than Mudiwa defensively. First of all, I get one against Cameroon, that thing. But even if it is, we've said this so many times, ne? That Mbogazi is capable of playing as a left back. If push
We've
comes,
never seen him play there.
who
Mbogazi.
at left back,
Yeah.
and he's very good. That's his best. One of his best. Like, he's very good there. So that's what I'm saying. Instead of having give Gift Links a chance,
Okay.
and if you really feel like Gift and Aubrey are not giving enough defensively, you can always play Mbogazi at left back. That's the one thing. What else did I see that stood out for me? I think that's it.
Jaden?
I'm glad Madala. Jaden for me had to be there.
Yeah, but
And Mandela picked him. I'm happy with
Jaden
that.
has always been Madala's pick.
Well,
And it's just that
he
discipline
dropped.
thing.
Yeah. For me, those are the only things. Lodge again. Wagana, Mandela.
Madala abatli.
Madala
Abatli utla fokol kapo. But I mean, after that press conference, how do you come back from that?
Yeah.
I mean,
So besides that, guys, I cannot stress. Like Reynas is in, right?
Yeah.
Then
But it's still a preliminary squad, so he still has to.
cut.
So
What do you think, Jens? Kia, you've got it now. in
Well,
front
I
of
think there's some very exciting names that, especially go centre back.
you. Yo, tough.
Ay, di ang khahla, mfana.
Kazaki Mandal.
Awunantwana makhanyulu wethu. Ay.
Mnati.
Yo. And then wait thinking. Another thing, maybe Mbogazi moving to USA, at least the Majita that have been playing go USA.
Yeah.
And look in.
Because even Chongwani won.
Yeah, so one is
yes,
old now and he
yeah.
hasn't been, you know.
Wait, Antoni,
So-
him not the
No.
Well, you played with him.
Ako Marumu.
But he's from Stellies.
He was at Marumu. And then he went to Stellies. He played one season, then he left.
Oh, him not.
Yo.
So we'll
Yo.
see.
I centre back wabona right now South Africa.
Rishebile ndwana.
I'm fine.
But would you be comfortable to start him ahead of Grant?
Yeah, listen. Grant has got a case to be in the squad.
Okay.
I would drop Thailand, put Grant, because Thailand is not even playing go QPR.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least I've got backup Yaori. Makanya's playing go USA. He's a regular.
Yeah.
And he's the same age as Thailand.
Okay. So he covers
So that
both.
helps. He covers both.
Yeah.
And he's got physicality Ngezana. He's a big boy. He's good on the ball.
Is he good on the ball?
Oh. Tau pasa.
Left and right.
Tau pasa. Yeah, he's a tau pasa. Whatever ka tse pasa.
Yeah.
So he covers habari physically. Re batla motho o tlo thula Ngezana o. Habari, let's play from the back. He can do that. So it's fun to me.
Yeah.
I think it's hard on Grant, man.
It's harsh, man. Oh, it's harsh.
I don't know something.
Friday when I watched him, I was like,
It's hard.
there's no way Grant does not get into this national team. There's no, man. But anyway.
Okay.
But what do you think?
I mean, with Grant's argument or issue, I mean, I watched him, you know, and when Sundowns was struggling, he was struggling too. It's because he's a leader. He's not just a player. He's a leader. He's a very important
player,
player.
yeah.
He's very, very important. It's like Sundowns keeper. He plays the similar role.
Yeah.
So when the team is not doing well, then you know your leaders are also struggling. You know what I mean? So he was struggling. And you can see now he's paired with someone that they can easily, you know, they play well together, you know, and also he is now recently he has come out and then now he's playing very well. He's dominant. His leadership role is there again, and this is the right time for him also to play in the national team because he has again, you know, sort of like rejuvenated himself, obviously. Picked himself up, you know, and so I think he deserves to be in the team. And the argument you just made, Uguchi, there's this young player who's what's his name again?
Thailand.
No, Thailand.
Makai.
You know, because it's same age as Thailand. So therefore, why you have two?
Why taking two youngsters?
Yeah, have one, but you know, centre back, you have two senior experienced players. If they don't perform those ones, you still have a good backup on the bench. You know what I mean?
Quick one, Jensen. Why is it? Maybe you guys understand better than us. Ne? Just logic. Nje. Something does not add up. Why is it normal to play with two right-footed centre backs? Very normal. Ne? You've played in teams of your whole life that have two right-footed centre backs. Why is it considered abnormal to play with two left-footed centre backs? Because I'm asking, because arguably you could say our two best centre backs right now, Mbogazeli and Daman. But now we're thinking, no, they're left-footed, they can't play together. Is that a thing? Can you never have two left-footed centre backs? And why not?
With a logic, I guess.
Yeah.
Logic doesn't need one who lazy or what.
Yeah.
Bo lefty are very lefty.
Yeah. Ngare boma right into na kia
Uto
boma
kekela
balance.
so. Like he would never. He would never even try to use right foot.
Can do right. Who's on
Is that why you can have
I think
right footers playing left back, but you can't have left footers playing right back?
Yeah.
I think when you left, you're extremely left. You know, you left. But when you write,
Okay.
it's like I still have my 30%.
Yeah, okay.
So are you guys saying Ndamani Mbokazi
It's
partnership?
just,
Let's
to be
forget
quite
about it.
honest, it's rare to find two.
I've never seen it.
Yeah, it's rare. Maybe one day someone will be like, you know what,
Chief, this
let me
is
try.
the other
Come on,
day.
come on.
Makati.
Hey, Tema.
That's how it went very left.
Yeah. It went very left.
So that's fine. Okay, sharp.
Okay.
Artunda.
So,
Okay, last
I
segment.
see.
Before we close it off, I want to go into the coach's corner. Coach's corner. Rulani, son of the soil. Go MCLJ, just won a cup. Obviously got knocked out of the Champions League in the group stages before getting to the knockout stages. But he's still competing for the league. He's top. Like MCLJ, something
win a
catches
league.
strong. But win a league.
Yeah.
Dona Marovele no signed with Al Ittihad.
Hey, is it confirmed?
It's confirmed.
Yeah, Ovey.
Ovey.
I know
Not
it's late,
signed.
but
It's
is it
not
confirmed
signed.
that he's signed? There's rumors.
It looks like it's
I
certain.
think the reason why
It looks certain.
they did not renew and stuff because he has already loaned the other side, but it's not confirmed.
Yeah.
But dog, the thing about it is mid-season. As MCLJ, I promise you, there's no way the team was the one who was pushing for this.
Yeah, I think
Rulani looks like he made a decision. Gents, Lee. And then before that, he had a press conference where he was talking about. He even made comparison to Mamelodi Sundowns. So, don't have problem. Problem ya guys strike out or to solve Algeria.
You know what I think personally, ne?
Yeah.
I don't think the MCLJ gig was good for Rulani. Nah, you know why? Because MCLJ wins the league anyway. They won it last season. I think they also won it the season before.
Yeah.
Right? And for me, all he was going to do, he was going to go there, he was going to win them the league again, like what they've had.
which
right?
is standard.
And remember, before him, they made quarterfinals of the Champions League. This time, group stage. So his biggest challenge was always going to be to improve in the Champions League.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
You'd need maybe to be in a favorable group.
Yeah.
But I think it was going to be very difficult. So that move for me was always very, very tricky. So if he is moving, I don't think it's the worst thing in the world. Because not to win a league and then.
So let's say he moves, for instance, like, well, we know he's moving to MC. Then we are guy.
But we are well
Ittihad. So
if you really think about it, it's a money move.
No, apparently,
It's a money move.
reports.
We can be straight about it.
Yes.
But clearly it's an ambitious team. So maybe
Listen, reports are saying, Rulani, obviously, he's going to get a big salary at Al Ittihad. But over and above that, in terms of transfers and the ambition of the team in the Champions League, what they want to achieve.
Time.
No,
That's the
Well, they gave him
you can have all the
given powers.
resources.
It's
Are
got
you going to have
powers.
time?
Guys, the thing is, I still say, ne? And again, it must not come out like I'm a big admirer of what I think he's a top coach. Like we've agreed, ne? But I still say, for me, the way Rulani coaches, the way he plays, for me, Rulani never does what a Gavin Hunt or a Gordon Egerson does.
Okay.
For me, Rulani has to have, he needs to compete in terms of quality of players for him to really perform.
And it sounds like he's going to have that.
And there he's going to have that.
Yeah.
He's not the type that can take a team on this level and make them beat a team on this level. Not the way he coaches. No, I don't see it. I'm sorry, I don't see it. Like, look how badly he was outplayed when he played against Sundowns.
I'm 2 ways about it.
Because of the quality
he was
of
at
players.
Sundowns, he had all the quality. He didn't win the CAF.
But he was competitive.
But he was competitive. And he could have played
And then
teams. He could win the league.
Let's say, for instance, he moves to Elitat.
Yeah.
Is he going to have his cut? Because you're going to expect okay, sharp, this off-season, Signiga blank checkbook, sign all the players you want. They must still gel. They must still understand each other. And that's not Spanish pre-season. It's pre-season 6 weeks.
No, true.
But it's worth a try.
It's worth a try. I mean, reports are saying he's going to get a 3-year contract.
Yeah.
But we know that doesn't mean you're going to stay for 3 years.
Yeah.
So,
Sure.
I mean, but the intention is that we want to trust you with this project. Here's a checkbook. Here's a squad that's already littered with talent. You know, you're going to have control of this team. We want to compete with the best in the Champions League. Sure. I think it's a better project for him.
Yeah.
Tabu, my biggest thing is you sign a coach like Rulani. You know he's going to transform your team. That we know. He's going to coach your players. He's going to make them a little bit better.
Sure.
And he's going to challenge. But the thing is, Kat, you can do it pre-season. nizwane for 3 months. Nishise. And then what happens after 3 months? Many deep.
I mean, listen. I mean,
Yeah, no, we don't know.
I
I
mean,
mean-
anything can happen in life. We are
Yeah,
not saying, but
sure.
we are saying we must try first. You know what I mean?
Give him.
I think it's a better fit.
And I
It's-
think
it-
also
it
I thi-
improves
I
his
think
chances.
what he was struggling with these other when he
CLJ.
went, what he was struggling with he didn't have the power to select or buy as he wants.
Buy the
you know
players
what I
that
mean?
you want.
Malika
yeah.
is 2.5.
And now that these ones are like we want you, maybe one of the conditions or something in that contract is that
Sure.
I want to do this, I want to do that, you allow me to do this, there's the possibilities of me achieving your goals now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So they've given him that. And Roland, he will take the players that sometimes in South Africa we don't give them respect, and then when they go there,
I wouldn't
then
be
they
surprised,
trans-
Yeah.
And then when they go there, then they like Lodge, what he did when he went to I think it's Morocco.
Wydad.
Yeah. So I mean, for me, I rate him. He's one of
No,
the
it's a
best.
top,
And it's
top
what
show.
under what? How many? Steady what? He's a young man.
39 this year.
Under 40.
Very, very
Yeah,
young.
39.
Very young
Very
coach.
young.
Very
Very
young.
young.
But he's got so much experience.
Yeah.
No, I'm telling you. Damn, I'm gonna say good man. But he's an
So-
exceptional coach, man.
Yeah.
He's a good. He's not just a
man.
coach. I think he's good at managing players.
I think now, go MCLJ, he was definitely going to win the league. It's a given. But I think this is a better project for him.
Yeah.
And I think here it gives him an opportunity to do something.
Yeah.
And
Whether
also,
that will be done or not, I don't know.
and I also read something where it's not only the first team where he's involved. I think the structure
Yeah.
of their football.
Mhm.
So he's going to design this thing for
Yeah.
them. So therefore, it's not a 1-year project. It like you said,
It's an investment.
yes, it's an investment for the first team and also the structure.
Aku group stage
you know.
bang xoshe manje.
No, but the
Ah,
project.
Okay, Sharp. We're still in the coach's corner, ne? I mean, we've been at it for quite a bit, so I want us to wrap it up.
Very
Still,
quickly.
still in the coach's corner, very quickly, ne? Mpinjarona, friend of the show, Kevin, he came out, he was complaining about coaches being too reliant on these stats and data, people being laptop coaches. I don't know, man. Quick one, quick.
Actually, guys, can I just speak just as a soccer fan? You're not even as a coach.
Yeah.
You guys can at least talk as professional players.
Oh.
Now I'm just going to speak as a fan.
Yeah.
I understand that football evolves, and maybe we can say that. I mean, maybe Gavin was also adapt to like but I think he's got a point. I also think it's becoming a bit too much. I feel like right now we don't watch. We were having this conversation. We feel like there's better players now. Like if you just think about it in your head, and don't you feel like there were
No.
better players then
There
worldwide
were better players back then.
back then?
Yeah.
But I don't necessarily think the players then were really better than these ones. It's just that the players then could express themselves because the game used to be about players. Gareth Bale said this.
So our control.
Gareth Bale is like, Zidane was not doing those crazy tactics. He would give us a structure, would have a plan, and then we play. It was not like, you must be here. When the ball goes left, you must shift like
have
this.
space.
And then how you understand?
Wabona?
I think it's like that now.
that.
Yeah, boy.
Then we might as well re Sundowns a coach. Are Gareth Bale o itse Zidane na itse. Le rona re ka vele re a Sundowns a coach.
No, have I
Those who are itse.
coach?
No,
but
he's like now.
No, but they don't. The point is they don't overdo it. Now everyone is, even fans. Fans don't just watch football and enjoy it. Every fan now wants to talk about this jargon, what, like all these big words. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, guys, man, it's not that deep. You guys like overthink. I don't know what you guys, as players, I don't know what you guys think. I just think this world we are going to where everything is complicated.
Listen,
I'll players anymore.
I'll-
Football,
let me say this. I'll say this. I'll say when I played, I feel like I played the Tagata Bopa and older than Bopa, which was Batho ba Kgale,
Yeah.
ba bitsa so. And then I played my 2000. So the more things change, the more they stay the same. But there's details that you can't run away, hore. In 1-2 situation, there's better options to do things than in the olden days. But when it comes to being expressive on the field, I think generation ya no is limited because no is systematically fail away. Your 2 passes are get passe. You must be when the ball is there, you must be in the space. Dilo tse so it's just the details. Yeah, that's you.
I mean, Mpo has a point. I'm not saying you're right. You have a point when you say they overthink it.
Overthink it.
They overanalyze it. And then what it does, then it takes away the imaginary from a player. He stop doing his own imagination in the field. And then he relies on what they said. Because sometimes in the pitch, it's all about what... Sometimes it's you. It's on your mind. You're thinking this because remember, you're playing against someone else. You're not just playing alone. So you'll have someone that marks you. Obviously, you'll have to sometimes think for yourself, for you to get the ball in the space, for you to dribble the player, for you where to run. So it's not easy, especially when they go into details.
That's why we don't have players like Zidane anymore. What the guy Zidane? Because they're gonna say when the ball is there, you have to be there. You have to,
and sometimes you can imagine, but listen to this, but you have to be there, and then there are 5 players there. Then
but also, do you realize?
But I'm not.
But guys, it's the same argument.
But I'm not saying
no. But wait, but watch when former professional players talk about soccer, including you guys. Just watch how simple how simple it is, the way you explain it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then watch when, like, analysts, like, especially us who've never, watch how complicated we make it. You guys are always, it's always easier.
Okay. But I'm not saying we cannot evolve. We cannot, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that we must then stick to the 1970s formation of it. I am saying we can evolve, you know what I mean? But we must be careful, with the pace that we're going with this thing. Because sometimes it's complicated. I see analysis for everything. So when we analyze, how did we get
so
here? And sometimes players will become robots. And in the long run, players will become robots. They can no longer think for themselves. Now they have to, because even you watch Sundowns, there are things that they do. You like, this was never coached. Now people are doing their own things.
There's expression.
Yeah, exactly.
So another thing that I could say about analysts and whatnot, they study patterns. For instance, Tsepo Atwere ball, we know he's gonna open up.
This
Out
is
of
what
10
he does.
times, 9 times he's gonna open up like this. So press him from this side. And which sometimes works with other players. And then there's mindset when you're on the field as a player. If I see you coming from this side, do you think I'm gonna open up? I want to open up. I'm gonna other direction. So it's a thing. Analysts will go for the patterns of play or so, and then generation would be expressive. This is the best option I see right now. This is the moment.
And I feel like the old players had to find their own solutions most of the time. Nelina, how you guys would
there are times where you
like Stuart gives you a plan, but you get on the field, I feel like you guys could probably talk a bit more.
Then you start thinking for yourself, how do you then solve the problem? But also you must remember, even Kevin, I'm not saying Kevin is 100% right. At some point he needed to do certain things that will allow him to evolve with the game. But even though he still believes in traditional, but he has evolved. He does have people who does the analysis. He can say these things. He does have people who tells you this team, when they score goals, this is how they score goals. Maybe they score with corners, so you need to defend it this way. He does also adapt to these things. It's just that because it's extreme and this thing is moving. It's moving faster than the players. So players sometimes
that's our recollection.
Sometimes this thing goes faster than the players, and then players they are left behind. To understand exactly what are we doing here.
Because I was actually, I was thinking about this watching Tebzali Jaden. I think we had the conversation. Like, actually, you know what they're doing? They're doing what any 15-year-olds, if you're playing in a 2, they're doing what we knew what when we play in a 2 under 15, what we used to do, but they just at a higher level. But it's the same thing. We don't need to
That whole via kasala. When the ball is on the right, there is so
Yes.
simple.
I mean, there are those basics that, of course, when it's like when you're at the back, you know, the teams are taking you,
Yes.
and they are taking on the right hand side. Obviously, the left back has to tuck in,
Yeah.
and become sort of like a third center half, because sometimes the other center back might be drawn to the right hand
Yeah.
side. Therefore, he might. So those basics, those are the
basics,
basics, and
yeah.
these are the things that have been spoken about years back. It's not something new. You know, those things, they are still there. Those are foundation things.
Sometimes they just add words to explain something that's been there forever.
Yes,
It's just a word, just a new word, but it's been happening.
Yeah.
Yes.
Transition. You know, it comes to transition. But it comes to attack most. In transition, man.
Overload.
There's something new.
Overload, you know. But earlier in Ghana, we would say,
2 against 1.
Coach, by 3-2. Remember, we would say that earlier in Ghana. Coach, what 3-2? Must we tell our striker to pick the number 6? What must we do?
Yeah,
But now they call it an overload, you're like, eh? Or they call it numerical supremacy. You're like, it's not that deep, man.
I think I recall boys. I think we
Wait, say Vala.
Yeah, say Vala.
There's one.
Funu kulmangan.
I thought someone spoke about Stuart. Who said?
Okay, sharp.
No, you guys
Fine.
wanted to discuss that.
Yeah, I thought it was a good thing to discuss.
Yeah.
What's my banana? Let's say we can Okay, sharp. Quick. Because I know you guys, we always say quick and then you go.
Yeah.
Stuart Baxter, he came out, had an interview. He spoke about first stint at Chiefs when he won the league. He was allowed to do what he needs to do. To control who he plays when he plays. But he says when he came back, things changed drastically. It changed to a fact that he wasn't even allowed to say which players he needed in the team.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't allowed to, even when it comes to picking the 11, he was told who needs to play.
Yeah.
So
No, well, he actually said now they have a discussion on who they must buy, who he must select for the team, what tactics must he use.
Yeah.
is that not that's a big problem because he's accountable for results.
Yeah. But I just think when we deal with this, I think we must be very careful and very responsible. Because at the end of the day, we don't know. We don't know.
Yeah.
Sure.
And Chiefs have not responded. So I think, for me personally, I think the only thing we can say is if what Stuart is saying is true,
Sure.
how sustainable that is. And maybe it explains some of the things. If.
Because
And we must be very clear. We're not...
If.
We are
not taking
Because
sides.
think about it now. If you're a coach, right, you want to build a certain culture within the team, camaraderie, all of those types of things. If you are being told who to play, maybe that player is not behaving in the way and culture that you're trying to build as a coach. It literally cuts you off the knees. You know, because now you've lost the dressing room.
The only thing I can say, because I want them to deal with it actually, because they've been in big teams. Maybe they know more about what happens. One thing I have picked up, when you speak to a lot of former players, those that have played, especially for the two Soweto teams, we've had it many times. And as much as we don't know if it's true, but sometimes when you hear something so many times, you start to think, man, something. The amount of times they've mentioned officials having a say in signings and who plays and whatever. Something. Whereas when you look at like a Sundowns underpiece, or you get the feeling that they gave him like carte blanche to do everything. So I don't know what you guys think.
So I think this is straightforward. If whatever Stuart said is true, then give Lope a hole.
You think it's far-fetched? Having played for a big team.
I don't think it is.
Okay.
We all know, we just don't say it out loud.
Okay. But
It's that simple.
you think it's far-fetched?
Listen, I mean, I like the fact that you said we have to be responsible about this.
We have to be responsible.
And we mustn't be seen as people who are now criticizing, crucifying, or I mean, this is something that was said by someone that has coached Chiefs, and we should be careful. You know, we're gonna take what he said. Chiefs hasn't said anything, but this is what Stuart said. If then they were influencing him to do that, I think for me, it's difficult for any coach, especially when the team does not do well then everything. But these are not even experts. You know, people who give you this instruction, they're not coaches. They're not experts in terms of, they're playing. They might be in the managerial position, but they're not coaches. Therefore, why you give them that power to tell you what to do when you've studied this thing?
Without mentioning names, have you seen things like this happen in football?
I mean, this thing happens worldwide. But
no, but still forward. In South African football, we're not mentioning names.
No, I've heard of it. Okay. I mean, I've heard of it. And I mean, I'm lucky enough because I've been coached by very stubborn people, human beings. They do as what they want. I was coached by Pito,
Pito does. It seems like he does.
I was coached by Kevin Hunt,
very
Kevin Hunt,
stubborn.
I was coached by the same Stuart Baxter who said during that time, he did what he wanted to do. No one was telling him. So I was lucky enough, I was fortunate enough to have such, individuals. Therefore, I did not really experience this thing. As a player, if it did happen, I was never aware of it. Amateur. All right, that's different. But professional,
easy boy.
Anyway, I say, but that's why let's close this thing. It's fine. Ladies and gents, thank you very much. If you've made it to the end of the video, our Jordan. Like, subscribe, Bulapelo, do the right thing. We got you. Check us on the next State of Football, bringing you so much more. We have plans, Joe. Sarsava. Danko.
Sharp.